It's 2:13 a.m. You should have been asleep hours ago, but you're wide awake, not because you want to be, but because your mind just won't shut up. If you've ever overanalyzed a text for 40 minutes, or replayed a random conversation from days ago like it's on Netflix, or felt mentally exhausted from thoughts that never seem to stop, or somewhere along the way someone told you, you're too sensitive, you think too much, you're too emotional. This video is for you. Overthinking feels like mental quicksand. The harder you try to make sense of it all, the deeper you sink. You're not lazy, you're not broken. You just have a brain that likes to protect you by preparing for every outcome. Overthinking is your mind's way of saying, let's control what we can, because we're scared of what we can't. And it makes sense, right? In a world that celebrates certainty, confidence, and curated perfection, you've learned to double-check, triple-think, and spiral your way into silence. Here's the thing about overthinkers. Most of us didn't wake up this way. We became overthinkers because we were interrupted too often, dismissed too quickly, or maybe we were told our feelings were too much. So now every decision becomes a test. Every emotion is run through 12 filters. Every silence is a signal you must decode. But let me tell you something real. Your thoughts are not facts. And not every unanswered message is rejection. Not every silence is punishment. And not every doubt needs a solution right now. Overthinking is exhausting because it feels productive, but it rarely leads to peace. It tricks you into believing, if I think enough, I'll feel safe. If I worry now, I'll hurt less later. But in reality, you're reliving pain before it even happens. You're building castles made of fear, and then wondering why you feel stuck inside them. You want peace, you want clarity, but you're using control to get there, when what you really need is surrender. You don't have to escape your mind, you just need to come home to your body. You've named it, you've noticed it, and that, right there, is the first step to healing, awareness. Now let's talk about what to do with it, because healing isn't about flipping a switch. It's about learning new ways to be with yourself. When your brain is on overdrive, your body follows. That's because your mind and nervous system are deeply connected. Here's the science. Overthinking triggers the fight or flight response. Your body thinks it's in danger even when you're safe. Your heart races, your breath shortens, your brain gets stuck in hyperanalysis mode. What you need now is regulation, a way to signal safety to your nervous system. Try this. The 5-4-3-2-1 technique. Take a deep breath and gently name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. This brings your awareness back to the present. Not the past, not the what-ifs, just here. Psychologists call it externalization. It's the act of moving what's in your head outside. Think of it as taking your thoughts for a walk. Grab a journal, not for answers, not to solve, just to witness yourself without judgment. Write like this. I'm noticing I'm thinking about, I'm feeling this because a part of me believes that. This isn't about fixing your mind. It's about befriending it, giving it space to breathe so it doesn't shout so loud. Your inner critic is often born from fear, not truth. And guess what? You're allowed to question it. Psychologists suggest using cognitive reframing. That means catch the thought, challenge it, change the perspective. Example, thought, I'm gonna mess this up. Reframe, I might not get it perfect, but I can figure it out. Over time, this trains your brain to lean into flexibility, not fear. Overthinking is energy with no outlet. Movement gives your brain somewhere to release it. You don't need a gym, you need permission to feel safe inside your body again. A 10-minute walk, a few stretches, even standing up, shaking out your hands, and breathing slowly can regulate your system. When you move your body, you stop being just a mind with worries. You become a whole self again. Not every thought deserves a seat at the table. Just because it shows up doesn't mean it's true or useful. Dr. Russ Harris in ACT Therapy talks about diffusion. It's the practice of noticing a thought and then stepping away from it. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," try, "I'm having the thought that I'm not good enough." Do you see the difference? You go from being the thought to witnessing the thought. That's power. That's freedom. Let these words land if you need them. I am not my worst thoughts. I don't need to have it all figured out. I can pause without losing progress. It's okay to feel what I feel. I am allowed to rest. Healing won't happen in one day, but it can start here. With this breath, with this awareness, with the quiet decision to show up for yourself, even if it's messy. You are not broken. You are growing roots, and growth often looks like confusion before it looks like clarity. You know what's wild? Most overthinkers think they're the only ones doing it. It feels isolating, doesn't it? Like everyone else has a script and you're ad-libbing your way through life. But here's the honest truth, spoken not just as a narrator but as a fellow human being. You are not alone. A lot of people you admire, the ones who seem confident, clear, unbothered, they overthink too. They just hide it better. Overthinking isn't a flaw, it's often the side effect of being deeply thoughtful, highly self-aware, and emotionally tuned in. In a world that rewards quick answers and loud voices, overthinkers feel like they're lagging. But maybe you're just moving at the pace of depth. We weren't built to hold everything by ourselves. We are hardwired for connection, for co-regulation, for understanding. That's why therapy helps. That's why deep friendships matter. That's why even this video exists. Because healing doesn't just come from fixing what's broken. It comes from being witnessed in your mess and still being loved. Somewhere along the way, someone might have told you, "You're too sensitive. You think too much. You're too emotional." But what if those weren't weaknesses? What if they were your superpowers, just misunderstood? You see, the world needs feelers, thinkers, reflectors. The world needs you. You don't have to shout to be seen. You don't have to explain everything to be understood. Sometimes all it takes is a shared silence, a nod, a simple, "Same here." So here's a promise from me to you. You are not a burden. You are not too much. You are not alone. You're just a deep soul in a loud world, and somewhere out there, someone is waiting to feel less alone because you had the courage to be real. So if you're spiraling today, breathe. You're not broken. You're just building awareness. And awareness is the first step to freedom.